Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to be doing a product review on this multi-purpose workbench that I picked up at Harbor Freight. So let's go ahead and get started. So what we have here is this multi-purpose bench. This particular one I picked up at Harbor Freight, but I did see it for sale at Lowe's, Walmart, eBay, Amazon, places like that. Some of them actually have, I think it says Olympia or Olympic as a brand on it, but at the end of the day, it's the exact same thing, probably made by the same manufacturer out of China that makes it for everybody. You're looking at about $135 to $200 depending on the seller. However, Harbor Freight had it for only $99. So I went there, got it. It was the last one there. They were selling fast. In my opinion, it was definitely worth it. But I went ahead and I put together a video, a time-lapse video of me putting it together that I'm going to show you in a second. And that'll pretty much show you kind of in a fast speed how to assemble this whole thing. It does come completely disassembled, just in a box. The box is not the best packed, so if you are ordering it online, be prepared for that. I was fortunate because obviously with Harbor Freight, I picked it up in person, so I was able to just get it right there. But overall, I like it. It does have this overhead light, which is what I was looking for. So you can turn that off, turn it on. It does have a little power receptacle here where you can plug other power tools or soldering irons, things like that into it. I was looking for more of a workbench, something where I can kind of put things here on a shelf and have an area here where I can work on my different things and my different projects. It does have two drawers here where you can put other items in there, which is pretty cool. And then it does have a shelf under here, and then you can put stuff underneath. Wasn't looking for an actual toolbox with all the shelving because to me, this open space for stacking in this work area here was more important. So I'm going to go ahead and show that video as far as what it takes to put it together. You're looking at about a 2 to 3 hour time frame to build this, and it all pretty much depends on whether you are mechanically inclined and if you're comfortable building stuff. If you're not too good at it, you're probably looking more on a 3 hour. If you're better at it, you're looking at about 2 hours. So not a lot, but do be prepared to do that. So let me go ahead and show that, and then we'll be back to finish looking at it, and then I'll give a review on the product. These are the items that you'll need. You'll need a small, medium, and large Phillips head screwdriver bit for if you have one of the handles that you can feed it into, or if not, if you have the actual screwdrivers. Just make sure it's a small, medium, and large for the Phillips. You'll need a 10mm wrench. You'll need a ratchet, and for the ratchet, you're going to need 2 sockets. You're going to need a 9/32, and you're also going to need, see here, 5/16. And I also have the screwdriver handle for it, but it's not really needed, but sometimes it just helps in some of those spots. So these are the items that you'll need to assemble this workbench. The box can be a little bit flimsy, as you can see here with the straps on it. It was cutting into the cardboard, not really the thickest quality of cardboard. Because of the box being flimsy, you can see here it was open on the end. I was fortunate because I picked mine up in the store, but if it is being shipped, you got to be careful because as I was unloading it, parts were starting to fall out of this carton. It does come with this instruction manual on how to assemble it. And to be honest, it's actually pretty thorough. As you flip through it here, it does have step-by-step diagrams showing you the different parts, calling out the different bolts to use to put this thing together. So I was impressed with that. It is very easy to follow. And then as you can see here in the carton, everything is laid out in here loosely and is completely broken down, every little part, so you need to be prepared to put this thing together completely from scratch.
As the frame has been completed, right there in that spot is where the 120 volt receptacle will be put in once we're finishing up on this. Once the drawers are assembled, they slide into the tracks very easily. You have one on the right, one on the left, and they tuck in nicely. You can pull them out nice and smooth. Included is the 13-watt fluorescent bulb as well as the little mounting clips. And if we head underneath here, let's see, right here is one of the pre-drilled holes for the clip. And then coming down here on the other end, you'll notice right here is the other one. So that's where you will be screwing in the clips that hold that bulb in place. To mount the 120 volt outlet, you have these two little brackets that screw into the back. They hold that plug in place there, and the power plug will run around back. And then coming here on the outside, you'll see right there, we have our three outlets there. And then if we follow up here to the fluorescent, you have the plug that comes out there. You'll feed that through this hole, through the pegboard. And then we'll bring it around here. And let's see, we will go ahead and just plug it into one, and that'll still leave you two available for your power tools.
Here on the side is your 3 receptacles right here, grounded receptacles. You do need 1 for the overhead light, so that leaves you with 2 more. I'll get a close-up of that for you. So that's pretty cool if you want to put in a soldering iron or anything that you're working on. Then coming here, you have a label that pretty much covers as far as the weight load on this. You have your top shelf here, which can handle up to 44 pounds of weight, which in this case here I've got some cans and fluids and things like that, so that's perfect. You have your main workbench here. This can handle 220 pounds of weight, which is excellent for that. Then you have your bottom shelf there that can handle up to 200 pounds, which that's perfect too. I've got a lot of stuff stacked in there, power tools, toolboxes. That's awesome. Each one of the drawers can handle 25 pounds, which is great again. Does come with this manual here to put it together and kind of give you a little overview. And to be honest, for this kind of a product that came from China and putting it together, I've seen some that are, just pretty vague. This one was actually pretty good. I mean, it covered pretty much in step. It was easy to follow and put it all together. This particular item here, very solid. As I'm moving this thing, it's not wobbly, it's not all loose and falling apart. So I thought it was, very well made as it went together. It's got a lot of support, a lot of screws going in. I'll get some close-ups here. Down at the bottom, here in the middle, a lot of good support. Here's a close-up of that. So I was very impressed with that. It does have the pegboard here along the back, which is another thing I was looking for because I didn't want to have to add that later. So that's pretty cool because then you can hang anything you need. Like I've got some tools and some products I'm working on and stuff hung up there. I do recommend, though, that you do get this pegboard hook assortment 50-piece. Harbor Freight has that. I'll put the price along the bottom, and here's a close-up of what it looks like. So I would recommend that. That's the only thing that I would say pick that up when you get it because that's a huge must-have, especially with the pegboard backer. You need those pieces. I've got these little pieces here where I have these pliers fit in there. It worked out really good. So overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this thing a 10 easily, especially if you can pick it up at Harbor Freight. $100, you can't beat it. This thing is definitely worth more than that in my opinion. I've seen some people on eBay selling it as high as $200. That might be pushing it. I mean, that would be the max I would pay for this. On average, I would say $130 to $150. I think you're getting a good deal for it. If you can get it at Harbor Freight for $99 or $100, even better. Definitely worth it. I'd highly recommend it. If you're looking for something like I was, like a workstation area where you can still stack your products, it's definitely a must-have for your garage or wherever your workstation is. I hope this video was informative for you. I hope it kind of gave you an overview about this product. Please send me any questions, any comments you may have. I would love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate all the support. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.